What does modern China actually feel like? Depending on who you ask, you'll hear very different things. I wanted to see it for myself, up close and personal. That's why I'm in Shanghai today. But in less than an hour, I'll be in Hangzhou, an entirely different city. Good afternoon from lovely Shanghai Hongqiao Station. This is one of the biggest train stations in the world. And in just a minute, we'll be hopping on a high-speed train. But first, we need a little bit of coffee for the ride. Starbucks in China. Hi, 2 oat milk latte. The menu is actually really big, and to my surprise, they've got special stuff like oat milk. WePay? Okay, I'm too slow for China. Like most everywhere in China, the preferred method of payment is with your phone using an app like Alipay. 33 yuan per oat milk latte, so a little bit under $5, not so cheap. And this is my very first time going to a Chinese Starbucks, so basically, you get your receipt and you really got to keep track of that because they don't call your name, they just put your number up on a screen, and then the drink comes out to that tray. And it looks like if you have the Starbucks app or something in China, then they put your name up on the screen. I'm not really sure. Someone named Awesome is getting a drink here today. But the Starbucks experience in China is kind of something else. I mean, the whole place is run kind of like a factory. There's a ton of people working here. Aha, and my oat milk latte is ready. And there's another one on the level down below us, so I guess China likes some Starbucks. So now that we've got our coffee, it's nearly time to board our high-speed train down to the city of Hangzhou. This train is scheduled to depart at 3 p.m. and arrive at 3:45 p.m. It looks like they open up the gates 20 minutes before departure. Board with a QR code. Oh, thank you.
Passport.
Oh, passport. Okay. Like this. Thank you. And luckily somebody helped me so I didn't hold up the line because I did not realize that thing is a passport scanner and a ticket scanner. And it's mighty cold over here on the platform. It's a cold day here in Shanghai. We're going to be riding in coach number 10, which is just conveniently where our escalator left us. And we've got coach economy tickets. You can see it's 2-3 seating on these Chinese high-speed trains. And it looks like our train's not quite full. You can see green means the seat is taken, and we're in 6A, 6B. Red here, so likely nobody's in the row in front of us or in seat C next to us. Okay, scratch that. Red definitely means nothing to do with the seats being filled or not. So yeah, today's New Year's Day. You would think the train would be full. Looks like it is full. We've got a seatmate. And in just 6 minutes, we should be on our way. But despite the seat width being slightly tight, these are pretty comfortable seats and they really lean all the way back. Whoa. Whoa. So I've just leaned back a little bit because the people in front of me have leaned back a lot, and there's a conveniently placed coat hook right next to me.
Dear passengers, the next station is Hangzhou Railway Station. Smoking is strictly forbidden on this train.
Whoa, a China Southern airplane is landing at Hongqiao Airport, a very big one. You could actually fly from Shanghai to Hangzhou if you wanted, but door to door the train's usually faster. But yeah, we departed right on time, and pretty much the second we departed, a few different staff members have come through already, and they seem to be kind of double, triple, quadruple checking that all the bags aren't hanging off of the side. It's really only a 45-minute ride all the way down to Hangzhou. There's no stops along the way, and as you can see, we're already getting up to speed. On Chinese high-speed trains like this, they generally have first class and business class, with business class actually being better than first class. Right now, where I'm sitting is called second class officially. But for an under 1 hour journey, we figured there was really no need for any kind of luxury experience on this train. And we really just took the seats we could get. These were basically the last 2 seats open on this train. I just went to buy the tickets earlier at a different station in Shanghai like 2 hours ago. And yeah, New Year's Day, seats get pretty booked up. Oh yeah, and the 45-minute ride only cost me about something like $11 US, 87 Chinese yuan. You usually get the cheapest prices by going directly to the train station, but you've also got websites and apps like 12306 and Trip.com to get tickets digitally. And as we roll out through the outskirts of Shanghai, it's basically like housing complex after housing complex, little tiny park after little tiny park, and factory after factory. Even though it is just a 45-minute ride, the things you get to see out the window can feel maybe a little bit monotonous. And it's starting to get a little more countryside looking. This part of China is like really densely compact though, so it's hard to really get out of an urban area too much. And it seems like the consistent speed, at least in the middle of the route right here, is 304 kilometers per hour.
The truth is, here, this is just normal though. And for me, that might be the most surprising part about this train ride.
And I mean, there's not really all that much to this experience. You can see it's almost 3:30 already. We should be arriving in about 15 minutes.
And honestly, that's what's really most impressive about this train trip. They've got tons of trains running all day, we're on time, and the whole experience is unexpectedly comfortable.
Well, right here we're passing by a highway, so you can kind of just compare the speeds. We're basically going over double the speed of any car driving there.
But as we bolt by the cars driving on the highway next to us, it's almost stopped feeling as impressive just because how normal it is for everyone around me.
Yet another neighborhood being built.
Dear passengers, the next station is Hangzhou Railway Station. Please take your belongings.
But yeah, that's really it. 45 minutes and we're pulling into the station now. Actually, 7 minutes before our scheduled arrival, but we have to slow down for the city, so it might take a full 7 minutes. A massive urban sprawl over here. So a pretty cloudy and kind of gloomy looking day, but let's see if Hangzhou doesn't have some warmth to offer anyway. Okay, I think it really has taken a full 7 minutes to pull into the station. Looks like it's going to be another big, modern railway station. The station's definitely pretty big. Wow. It's just like a huge mass of people. I mean, where I'm from in the US, where I live in Germany, we just don't have this kind of thing really. So many people. But what can I say, that high-speed train I just took was pretty impressive. 45 minutes, about 200 kilometers, and in all honesty, quite comfortable. Looks like some kind of document check to get out of the station as well. Let me out. Okay, some kind of special verification area. And they just kind of let me out without actually checking anything. Interesting. So, Hangzhou, cold city with warm people or just a cold city? Let's find out. But like Hongqiao Station, Hangzhou Station is also very massive. This is actually Hangzhou East Station. And just a short walk away is the hotel we're going to be spending a night at. And it's not just cold here, it's kind of damp too, so I'm really feeling it. Let's get into the warmth and see what a home to suites in China is like. Check in, please.
When you check into a hotel in China, they always need to look for the page with your entry stamp to enter the data into their system.
And while they're checking my passport to get me checked in, these kinds of robots seem to be at every Chinese hotel these days. Basically, if you get something delivered, these can bring it up to your room or just pick up dirty plates or whatever, I guess.
Breakfast top floor from 7 to 10 o'clock.
7 to 10. Okay. This way. Thank you. And nice, they've got free coffee and tea for you when you check in. Coffee's not bad in China. Room number 1006. Whoa, when you enter the room, the blinds automatically open for you after all the lights turn on. That's kind of advanced China. Whoa, and a little bit of a modern view over here. But I've got to say, China is really surprising me with their Hilton hotels.
I mean, I've stayed at plenty of mid-tier Hilton hotels in the US and in Europe,
and neither one of them were nearly this nice seeming. I don't know, just look at this shelf, for example. It's like nicely curated. And the whole place just feels very clean. I don't know, I guess there's just a lot of new buildings in China, but this one feels extra new. And there's just all kinds of useful stuff in here. I guess this room is really for 3 or 4 people. There's a microwave up here. You actually get a coffee machine with more free coffee. And this little hidden thing down here is actually a sink. Plus, the bathroom is super sleek. Kind of reminds me of something I found in nicer hotels in Japan. It's just got a shower, but it's a big one with the overhead and one of these. But it's really this toilet that caught my attention. Yeah, it's kind of like a Japanese toilet. I don't know if Komai is a Japanese company, but it's the same idea as you'd see with one of those Toto toilets over in Japan. And one night at this hotel cost 589 yuan, which is something like 84 US dollars. Not the cheapest of cheap Hilton stays I've had, but a pretty solid deal. Let's see what they've got out in the area for dinner. 你好. So, super hungry. I just went to the first random restaurant I found. I didn't look in Dianping or anything. That's the review app over here in China. but it's called bamboo chicken. Taking a chance, but hopefully it's gonna be good food. I guess it's something that happened since COVID a little bit, but they really want you to order with a QR code menu. But the thing is, sometimes if you've got WeChat and you're not from China or you don't have it set up correctly, I guess, their menus don't load. Luckily, I found a paper menu. Okay.
茄子，
Bamboo.
这个，
这个。Okay.
这个要吗？米饭，
Ah.
这个要不？
After taking a second look at us, they pulled out a translation app to verify if we actually wanted our food spicy.
Yes, but just a little bit.
是的，但只有一点点。
Okay, so yeah, English isn't all that popular in China, especially outside of the big main cities. But you can get around with translation apps. And I mean, most Chinese restaurants have pictures of most of their food, so it was kind of easy to order. And it all starts with some stir-fried eggplant.
It's so purple.
It is so purple. Salty. Hot. A little bit spicy. There's like so much stuff going on in this just one little appetizer dish. It's kind of crazy. It's really, really spicy actually. I asked for just a little bit spicy, but just a little bit spicy for me, and China is a lot spicy. Purple eggplant. It's quite salty. I guess it's like got a soy sauce thing going on. And it's just like chock full of this garlic. It's so good. And there's some kind of minced meat in there that's got a really nice flavor. I don't know if it's pork or chicken or a mix. And here's some, I guess it's like a spicy beef. It's also one of the signature dishes. Looks thin cut. Ooh, that one's not overly salty, but it's really, really packed full of different influences, flavors. You got orange and red chilies in this one. Well, chilies are like really spicy. And green too, I missed it. My God. And some bamboo, and I think it's pork in there. This place is, I guess, pretty cheap because I just didn't realize how big the dishes would be when I was ordering them. So we're gonna have too much food. But that's a good thing because I skipped lunch. A little bamboo. The pork. Fatty. I mean, I've eaten plenty of bamboo. But this one is really nice. It's kind of like thinly sliced. It's like the prosciutto of bamboo or something. It's not too salty. Very balanced. It's honestly hard to even pick like a favorite dish. All of these are really good. And last but not least, some what we think is sweet and sour pork. It looks glazed with something and fried. Oh, that's really good. It's sweet and sour and pork. Exactly like it should be. Is that your favorite of all the dishes? That one's less brutal than the others though.
Dessert.
Let's call this a pork dessert, just because all the other dishes are like really, really spicy by even my standards. Well, damn, you know you're in a country where they know how to eat when you just show up to the most random of random places without looking up anything, and the food is exquisite. Very spicy, but in a very good way. So our time is quite limited here, but there's one area we really, really wanted to see. The area around what's called West Lake. But that's relatively far from where we are right now, so we've got to hop on the metro and get over there. It's raining a little bit. Not too much though, we should be okay. And really one first impression over here in Hangzhou is that everything just seems so sparkling clean. I was gonna use cash. Okay, we got 2 tickets, 8 yuan. A little bit over $1 for 2 of them. Little security check back there. Now we're ready to tap our cards and we've got to take line 1 to Jianghu. I'm not sure how to pronounce things in China. Sorry. The Gap. Wow. It was impossible to find a seat in Shanghai. It's easy in Hangzhou. Just one more stop to go. And we've made it to our station. I think it's pronounced Hongqiao. And this is really strange because our train was like really empty. So many people probably headed right where we're headed. The place to be in Hangzhou. Really a lot of people here. Ah. Okay, But why is it so busy, you might be asking? Well, every evening, there's supposed to be a very cool light show on the lake. Oh my. And apparently the whole city comes. Oh wow, there's an Apple store over here, a Louis Vuitton over here, Chanel, Gucci. I guess this is also kind of the posh area of town. Kind of wonder if they don't call it local luxury shopping area though, since pretty much everything is actually made in this country.
Well, it turns out I'd missed the light show by just a few minutes. Darn. But really what I wanted to see is what Hangzhou feels like at night.
And this here is the big West Lake. I guess over there's a kind of well-known pagoda, at least domestically, with Chinese people. And it's still pretty lit up. Just a few minutes ago, there was actually a light show going on here, hence why a lot of the people came over to this area at least. But now it's chilling out, I guess. You can kind of see people are slowly leaving. And well, I had initially intended to come over here during the light show, but dinner took a little longer than expected. And honestly, it's already quite busy right now. I don't know if I could imagine being in like a super packed space trying to enjoy the light show anyway. But there's your Grand Hyatt, and there's like a lot of luxury hotels, luxury stuff in general over here. Lots of snacks. Oh look, a boat. And those boats, they circulate around the lake, and it's kind of a popular evening time activity. I've been wondering how much that actually costs though. It looks like they dock right here. Maybe there's some information about prices. Okay, I think it's 90 yuan. Yep, yuan per person. I guess it could be worse, but that's about, I don't know, 11 US dollars, something like that. It's not exactly cheap, plus the boat did just leave. I guess I'm gonna skip it. I'm not really sure what this stuff is here. Some kind of herbal infusion, but it smells really good. That's why I'm standing in front of it actually. I've been standing there for like a minute before I hit record. There's also a few shops around too, places to get something to eat, and more of that herbal drink mixture. And some kind of square area here on the lake too. Looks like some outdoor dining, but it's definitely way too cold for that. Spicy peppers. Ah, fish balls, I guess.
Hello, fruity.
Ah, no, thank you, thank you.
Try.
What is it?
You guess?
Sure. Oh, I guess. Oh, it smells like hibiscus.
This is fruity.
Oh, cherry rose.
This is not fruity.
Okay, it's got hibiscus though. So that's this.
This is cherry.
Oh, okay. I'll try it.
You try this one and this one.
You want me to try all of them?
Are you okay?
Where's my wife at? Ah, she doesn't want to try. It's very sweet. Ooh,
Sweet?
with sugar?
This one no sugar. No sugar. This is fruit.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
Oh,
Like
this
a
is
sugar
sweet.
rock
I'll
type
try
thing.
this one. Okay.
Okay. Your
is
English
cherry.
is good, by the way. Really
Just
good.
only little.
Ah, pretty good.
Some more.
How did you learn English? In school?
School?
Yeah.
English. I graduate Chongqing College.
Chongqing? You're from Chongqing?
Vacationer.
But you're from Chongqing?
Yeah, Chongqing.
Oh, that's such a big city.
So big.
I want to go there and
I
visit.
think just so.
Just so?
You think big Chongqing is big?
Yeah. Do you like hot pot?
Huh?
Hot pot? Chongqing hot pot.
Hot pot.
Hot pot. Hot, spicy.
Oh, hot pot.
Yeah.
Hot
Hot
pot.
pot.
Hot pot.
Yeah.
I think a little spicy. I like sticky tofu. And
sticky
hot
tofu.
pot.
Everything.
Pot.
What's your name?
Xiaowei.
Xiaowei. I'm David. You know this name?
David.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Take care. There's some kind of karaoke type event going on here. There's a fair amount of statues around the lake too, I guess representing different aspects of Chinese culture or things to do with Chinese history, other stuff like that. And I nearly forgot to mention this part. West Lake is actually considered a national park. I don't know. West Lake just does kind of feel like a special place. It was cool to visit. And taking that fast train over to Hangzhou and then walking around a little bit here, eating some nice and spicy, heartwarming, or soul-warming food was really a good experience.
The next morning, Hangzhou felt a little different. The hotel does a solid free breakfast buffet. So even though I was only going to the airport, I loaded up like I was about to run a marathon.
Some days it's a little polluted here in China. Yesterday it wasn't, but today it is. It's just about somewhere around 150 on the AQI measurement system today. But with the mask, it's really quite tolerable. But at least they have a nice escalator to this. Take us up a story to go over to this massive, huge train station where we're just gonna take a metro. I literally don't think there's a train station bigger than this anywhere in Europe, honestly. Probably not in the US either. This isn't even one of the bigger Chinese cities. They're TikToking over there. Gotta love Alipay. The metro goes straight to the airport in 20 minutes from the middle of the city. Oh, so convenient, a suitcase holder. And honestly, this metro is just so brand new and clean, but right now we're crossing over a really big bridge over a river. You can just see the kind of silhouettes of tall buildings over there in the distance. Same on the other side here.
The air may have grown hazier, but Hangzhou carried on as usual. And so did I, on my first domestic flight in China. I'll show you what that's like in the next one.